All right. I am proud to announce that we have one of the most amazing speakers here, Dr. Donna Smith Bellinger. She's going to reveal how to turn everyday conversations into sales conversations. And this is something the group has been asking for. Networking is great for meeting people, but if you're just talking to talk, you're not growing your business. You're not closing sales. And no one knows that better than Dr. Donna Smith Bellinger. With over 40 years of experience in corporate leadership, sales, and entrepreneurship, Dr. Donna brings a bold, practical approach that helps professionals close deals by building trust and leading with clarity. In this session, you'll learn how to recognize buying signals and exactly when to shift from casual conversation to sales conversation. You'll be able to ask some questions that uncover real needs and naturally guide the conversation towards solutions. And you'll feel more confident about inviting next steps so prospects move forward with ease instead of hesitation. If you're ready to stop chasing prospects and start closing more clients through genuine, productive conversations, then open your ears and take some notes. Ask some questions because Dr. Donna Smith Bellinger is about to speak.
And as you said, I was about to speak, I realized I had on the wrong glasses. So now I can see you all better. Or as the saying goes, now I can see more. I'm Dr. Donna Smith Bellinger, and I'm going to start out with giving you an example of an introduction. I'm going to use one of mine. I have several. And this is something that you want to consider shifting when you think about the way that you are introducing yourself to a prospect. Hi, I'm Dr. Donna Smith Bellinger, and sales is my natural language. The people who hire me to help them to get more clients, sell more to their existing clients, increase their flow of referrals so that they can achieve more consistent revenue. If any of these are a concern of yours, I'd love to have a conversation. Done. Done. So now they know exactly what I do. And if any of those little boxes got checked for them, it makes it easier to continue a conversation because I know, and we could probably do a show of hands, how many of us have had a conversation at a networking event where at the end of it, you had 60 seconds, they took 3 minutes of your life that you will never get back. Ever been there? Yeah. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. So we're going to talk a little bit about sales processes, how to grow your business, and what I am calling your fourth quarter push and your first quarter plan. I speak very, very quickly. So I'm glad that he's recording this and you can take notes. If you have questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them at the end. The first thing that has to occur to improve your sales is to let go of the employee mindset. Many of us have a corporate background, and that corporate background, much like the educational background that we have, taught more of obedience than it did of an entrepreneurial thought process. So you went from being told exactly what to do all the time and having your deadlines and having someone hold you accountable to now doing what we call the seller doer model of running your business. You have to sell it, you got to deliver it. That's the seller doer model. That can be very challenging for some of us, especially if you have one thing that you love to do and the rest of it, not so much. The first thing that has to happen is you've got to get enough clients, enough consistent revenue coming in so that you can afford to outsource the things that you don't want to do. Well, Dr. Donna, I know how to deliver my services, but I don't have enough leads. I don't have enough stuff going on, enough calls, and we'll get to converting in a few minutes. But I want to talk to you briefly about this device that you all have. This device that you all have, your phone. You have, on average, 500, some of you 1,000, some of you more than that, contacts in your phone. I'm going to give you real quick um, the four powerful phone calls that you can make using something you already have. Okay, there's four. Grab your pencil. Here we go. The first one is the introduction. This is a first time touch to an individual that you maybe you only met once in a networking event. Um, and what you would say, I give you a real quick script from that. It was really great to meet you at Coach Lee's event. 30 seconds, 10 minutes, it's not really enough time to build a relationship. And I'd like to learn more about how I can support your interests and the people you serve. Are you up for a conversation? That's it. You're not pitching. This is what I call a no sales call. This is to have them ready to have a conversation with you. Okay, y'all with me on that? I hope. Yes. Thank you, Sally. I appreciate it. So then the next one that you want to deal with after the introduction is the reintroduction. I love reintroduction calls. Most of your calls are probably going to fall into that category. And this is what it sounds like. Hey, Kathy, how have you been? It's been a while since we talked, and I'm just kind of calling to catch up and see what's new with you. No agenda. You were here the last time we talked, and I want to find out where you are, and then I'm going to tell you how I have shifted. What's a good time to get together and have the call? Don't expect on either of these calls to go into an immediate 20-minute call. This is to get them to schedule with you. Why? You're a business owner. You're busy, they're busy. Okay? Schedule these calls. Be a professional and not a peddler. The appointment call. The appointment call works best for a suspect. A suspect is an individual that may do business with you eventually, but they're not ready to do business with you right now. And I would say something like, Sally, the last time we talked, you said that you were interested in meeting such and such type of people. When can we talk about that a little bit more? I might have an introduction for you. Who wouldn't take that call? You said you've got something to give to them. This is your opportunity to probe a little bit deeper. And then the last one is the invitation. And I love invitation calls. So the last time you and I talked, you said you were interested in meeting people in that specific area. I'm going to an event that's going to have a bunch of those individuals, and I know them. Would you like to be my plus one? Who's not going to want to do that? Again, you are giving. You are not pitching. Are you all with me so far on that? And I gave you some examples of that. Okay, great. Now, as a business owner, there are some specific magical things that you need to do. First of all, you need to make at least 3 outbound calls a day, just 3 calls a day. Don't say, I don't have anybody to call because you got these people here. We just talked about 4 types of no sales calls to help you to fill your calendar. Make 3 calls a day. I used to work for a firm that had me do 100 outbound calls a day. So I know 3 is not heavy lifting. Another thing I want to cover, because this is a challenge for a lot of you, they're not buying. They're not buying. I talk to them and they say, I got to think about it. Oh, I got to, da, 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 da. I just wrote a book called Sales is Not About Wait and See. Do you want to get paid now or eventually? Here's how you're going to shorten those objections and get past all of that. You know what? Coach Lee, I understand that, this may not be the right time, but here's what I'd like to know. What is it that you need to think about so that I can get better? What is it that you need to think about? What is it I didn't cover or answer for you? And let them tell you. It could be that they blinked, the dog barked, the kid cried, something showed up on their phone, and they missed it. Don't be afraid to ask why it's a no. Don't just go off and lick your wounds and think you're not enough. You're more than enough. They weren't the right person, or they missed some of your value-driven information. And make sure that you emphasize that this is not a pressure to get you to make a decision. I just want to make sure that we have a complete understanding, and I gave you complete information. There are three types of interactions that you're going to have in every engagement, every room, even in this room right here. I call it SPA, suspects, prospects, and ambassadors. The suspect is a person you may do business with, but not right now. The second is the prospect. This is the person who says, Sally, you know what? I really do need your services. Let's have a conversation. That's your prospect. That's someone who's within your sales cycle. The ambassador, like my friend Bernie here, is the person who will introduce you to other people and put their reputation on the line vouching for you. They invite you into rooms that you didn't even know existed. That's what an ambassador is. So you've got your suspects, your prospects, and your ambassadors. And I challenge my clients to do this. When you go through your list, your CRM, however it is you segment it, when you get ready to pick up the phone, are you getting ready to call a suspect, a prospect, or an ambassador? Because those are three different conversations, three totally different conversations. So one day you may just want to call suspects so you can get into a rhythm. Hey, it was great to meet you at Coach Lee's event. You may want to only call prospects where you are going to be discussing the value that you bring. And when you are talking to a prospect, their pain is your priority.
1 minute.
Their pain is your priority. Okay, so it's not how smart you are, where you went to school. It is definitely talking about the results that you deliver to other people. So I want you to remember that your reputation is also very key. I have a term that I have coined called yes-testimonials. Please go and connect with me on LinkedIn. You will see I have over 40 recommendations. They follow a basic format: the challenge, the transformation, and the result. That's a recommendation. Not that you were sweet and kind and you listened well and they're not going to pay you for that. You're supposed to be those things anyway. So I am Dr. Donna Smith Bellinger, and I hope that these quick nuggets, that's why I don't do PowerPoints that often, um, these were things that you can hone in on, because these are all things you can implement today to help you in your fourth quarter push and also in your first quarter planning. Thank you so much.